Alright, so if you're watching this video right now, it's most likely because you're looking for a way to gain your edge in your karate or martial arts training. So today, I'm going to share with you an idea that we call the STDs of karate. So first, let's make sure we're practicing some safe karate. Grab your protection, let's get started. What's up team, Nick here. Now, like I said in the intro, this one is all about what we call the STDs of karate, which of course means speed, timing, and distance. So these are three things that if you don't have all three of these, it is going to be very difficult for you to come out on top on a regular basis. Alright, so we're going to talk about how they relate, and then in some future videos, we're going to go into some more detail and some training drills for these. Alright, so starting off right with speed, it's pretty self-explanatory, but it's actually how fast we're able to get our techniques going. Alright, so that one doesn't really need a lot of explanation, but when we go over to timing and distance, that's where it gets a little bit more confusing. So when we're talking about timing, this is more about when we start our technique. So you can have a really fast technique. So let's say I have a really fast reverse punch and he starts, but I don't start my reverse punch in time. So let's say he's gonna throw a jab right here, just like that, perfect. All right, and I wanna throw this reverse punch right underneath. If he's coming in and I wait until he's right here, I'm gonna get smashed in the face, and as it turns out, that kind of sucks. So as he goes, I need to make sure that I start with good timing, so I start early enough for my speed to pay off. So going on, talking a little bit about distancing. Now after this, we're gonna talk about how they relate to each other a little bit more. But this is quite literally how far away we are from each other, but also how long our limbs are. So Jamie's got a little bit of a reach and height advantage, so I need to keep that in mind as we're doing our motions. If he throws a jab and I throw a jab, he might hit me and I might not quite hit him. So I need to make sure I factor that in while I'm getting ready to do my techniques. So I need to know my distancing, I need to know exactly how long my technique is, and hopefully exactly how long his technique is before he even does anything. So if I'm standing here like this, I know that if he throws a jab, without even stepping really, he can hit me. Now if he goes back and he really reaches right from here, he throws that jab, he's not going to be able to reach me until he gets to a point where he's going to pretty much fall over. So we need to be able to look at somebody and immediately know that from this distance, if he throws a reverse punch without stepping right now, I'm going to be just outside of his distancing. Right? This allows for a lot of follow-up techniques where I don't have to be super far away. So this is something to really train on, and like I said, we're going to touch on that in a future video, so keep your eyes out for that. Make sure you're subscribed so you'll be updated when that video comes out. If you're checking this out a little while down the road, I'll put the links down in the description box below so you can see those. So now let's look for just a second on how they relate to each other. Now, one of the easiest ways to think about this is if you have somebody who's really fast, we want to treat them the same way we would if there was somebody who's very tall. So Jamie has a little bit of a reach advantage on me, so I'm going to be a little bit outside of his range or right inside, just depending on what your comfort zone is. Same thing with somebody who can close distance really fast. So if I'm moving, if I can get from here to here with a little bit of speed, his strategy would be to increase that distance. So if he's going to, let's say, block my jab, all right, so I'm going to have him switch stance here just for a second so that you can see a little bit easier. All right, so I'm going to throw a back fist right in here. Now, if I throw it like this and he's going to block it, right, I might be able to get there, right, because speed is one of the things that I'm fairly comfortable with. All right, now, his thing is more on distancing and timing. Now, if all we did is we increase this distance and we do the same drill, right, I'm not going to be able to get to him in time because I have to cover distance. So just the same way is you would give somebody a head start if you felt you were faster. If you feel that they're faster, give yourself a head start by backing up. All right, now timing, it's the same idea. If he has really great timing and as soon as I do this, he blocks and reverse punches, I can be in a world of trouble no matter how good my speed or my distancing is. If he has amazing timing and he can catch this every time, I'm gonna need to find another way around that. So I might need to change my distancing. I may also find a different strategy where I'm faking and trying to pull that timing out. But those are the 3 things that we wanna keep in mind, and a little bit about how they relate. All right, so just for a second, let's go ahead and pretend, just hypothetically, that I was fast. What Jamie's gonna wanna do to negate my speed and try to take my speed away a little bit is to increase his distance as much as he needs. Ready? Yes, so probably from this distance, he's gonna be fairly safe, unless I have some sort of weird trick up my sleeve. Alright, so if you did like these drills today, make sure you punch that like button, and then also make sure you hit the subscribe and the bell icon. That way you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. We will touch on all 3 of these, the speed, timing, and distance. We will go a little bit more in depth and teach some drills on them. Until then, check out some of our other videos we have tossed up over here on the side. But until then, try these out and comment below with your favorite as far as your speed, timing, and distance. Have an awesome time training. Have a great day. See you all in the next video. Peace.